Good evening. It is I, your boss, your ruler, the fallen one, the beast of the earth, the taker of souls, the one that probably had something to do with your car breaking down after you just got paid. I just came back from taking the soul of an Instagram model who wanted to get what you humans call a BBL. Those surgeries are risky, which I like, but it doesn't stop you humans from wanting to destroy yourselves for your lack of confidence or receiving false praise from others on the internet that only want to fuck you anyway. Besides, they look damn ridiculous. Some of you look like a rotisserie chicken, a baby's diaper. Vanity is the second biggest killer of you humans, and I love it. But once again, I know what you're here for. Yet another rousing tale of stories from my youth. Though I use the term youth very loosely, I've been alive longer than most of you can even begin to comprehend, but not much has changed since the beginning of time. Sure, you humans now have better architecture, technology, and advanced medicine. But that just means that many more things can lead you off the right path and into my warm embrace. But back to the topic at hand. I suppose I could tell you about the time I caused the entire city of London to smell worse than the inside of your crusty cum socks in your drawer or your rose toy that you refuse to clean, you filthy animals. Scratch that. At least most animals bathe in a river. Anyway, the year was 1858. Before I begin, let's be honest. Europe has never been exactly a clean continent. So what I did doesn't nearly compare to the damage that they already caused. The Great Stink. What a name. Now before you humans start clutching your pearls, yes, I had a hand in the Great Stink of 1858. But in my defense, London had already been fermenting like a bad batch of Victorian moonshine for centuries. You lot were out there tossing waste into the Thames like it was some bottomless pit. And then, oh, this is the best part, you actually drank from it. That's like gargling with toilet water and then wondering why your intestines decide to pack up and leave your body. But I digress. It all started one afternoon when I was bored out of my mind. Hell can be fun, but even internal damnation has its dull moments. So I thought, what's the pettiest thing I can do to an entire city without actually setting it on fire? And then it hit me, literally. A gust of wind carried the scent of London's finest filth straight into my lair, and I nearly gagged. You know how bad something has to be to make me gag. I've smelled brimstone, rotting souls, and my ex's perfume all in one room. And none of that compared to what was brewing in the Thames. So I figured, why not turn this up a notch? Now I didn't have to do much really. Just a little heat wave here, a wind shift there, and suddenly all of London was marinating in its own filth like a rotten stew. The smell seeped into homes, churches, parliament. Oh, that was my favorite part. You should have seen those pompous lawmakers dressed in their fine suits, gagging into their handkerchiefs while trying to act dignified. They sat there debating the crisis while actively dry heaving. One poor soul passed out mid-sentence, and I swear, for almost a moment, I almost felt bad. Almost. And then came the engineers. the delightful fools who thought perhaps we should finally do something about this, as if the centuries of human waste suddenly appearing in their drinking water was a new development. Enter Joseph Bazalgette, the man who decided, hey, maybe an actual sewer system would be a good idea. Revolutionary thinking, I tell you. Though, between you and me, I tried to whisper sweet nothings of procrastination into his ear. Leave it for the next guy, Joe. Sewers are for the weak. But alas, he persevered, and thus began one of humanity's first genuine attempts at sanitation. Disappointing for me, but probably a win for their nostrils. Still, I like to think of it as a lesson. You humans love ignoring problems until they literally quite slap you in the face. I mean, you are dumping waste into the same water you used to make tea, and then acted shocked when your inside staged a violent rebellion. It's almost poetic, really. But do you know what's the funniest part? The great stink was just a minor inconvenience compared to what's coming. Oh yes, my dear unwashed children. The filth may have been wiped from London streets, but it still lives on, just in new, more sophisticated terms. Your cities may not reek of raw sewage anymore, but you still flood your mind with garbage every day. Social media, reality TV, whatever new abomination you call music, it's all just different flavors of the same rot. And unlike the great stink, you're not even trying to clean it up. So yes, my dear listeners, laugh all you want at 1858 London, but remember, at least they tried to fix their mess. Meanwhile, you're still wading through yours. Except this time, it smells like influencers in desperation. And that, my dear sinners, is the end of today's tale. If you like what you heard, please feel free to follow me if you're not doing that already. And please tell your friends about me. Advertising can be such hell.